everyone. Today I have a theory on this guy who created our doomed Yowie. Where did you come from? The door. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Are you okay? No. Okay, because I'm not doing great either. Blue! What? Are you willing to take over theory videos from now on? Yeah, I can do that. Okay, sorry about those two. Hi, my name is Blue Sapphire. In today's video, I'll be recording it. You will get different videos, but today for now, I'll be taking on the theory videos that we create. So, yeah. Anyways, this theory is about, Weefy's, latest video, basically. It's about Derek and what happened to him after the video. Yeah, I'm also making a theory on what happened to Weefy's because he's also looped into this somehow. I'll explain that later though. Okay, so I'll first give a little bit of a timeline. Okay, so this all starts with what happened to Extreme Gamer 11. Okay, looking back on the video, yes, it does start with him, but if you want to consider what happened to the Nick 56 as the beginning, you may. I personally don't consider it since of a few things because I feel like it's a bit of a different plot line than with the DMS, the Department of Metaphysical Science. But I personally say you should go check out Weefy's video. You should check out Weefy's videos, all of them, the ones I'm talking about, because I'm just doing summaries. But I personally say go check it out and make your own little conclusion or theory if I should add it in a timeline or not. But anyways, it's all so Extreme Gamer 11 or Luke is this old Minecraft beta thing, right? It's about how Luke became friends with this entity, the DMS, Department of Metaphysical Science. How he became friends with this entity, and then this entity killed his parents and then kidnapped him and stuff like that. That's the beginning of the timeline. Next, it goes to searching for a player that doesn't exist, I believe. This video is literally Weefy's figuring out how to save Alex from the DMS. It all starts with a creator reaching out to Weefy's going, "Hey, I lost one of my best friends a long time ago. I just want to check if they're doing okay. I only have some videos." And he checked it out. It turned into a whole government thing. This simple video turned into him discovering one of the biggest, probably the biggest company in the government, the DMS, and stuff like that. But at the end of the video, when he freed Alex from his experiment, Weefy's got sent this letter going, quote, there it is. Quote. Well, this is not the best. This is best by memory, of course. It goes something like, "We have found out that you are not a Class 4 employee. In normal circumstances, you would have been punished. But since you were smart enough and resilient enough to go through each of our things, you were able to solve it, we're letting you off with a warning. But be warned, this is the one and only warning you're getting." And that's what it basically said. But at the end, the very end of the letter, it says, "Your life is now ours." What is that supposed to mean? I'll get back onto that later. But this first part of the theory but then the next time we see them is actually, if you go find Derek's document himself, Derek D Hutchins 333, if you want to go see it yourself, you can actually Like, if you actually find the, like, the document that's typed out, you can actually see that the department took a bunch of stuff and Derek as, quote, evidence for him, right? Why did they do this? Why did they take Derek? Well, this is where my theory comes into play. Well, I've seen a bunch of people theorize about this, but I personally just want to give my little connotation to it. They took Derek because of the King in Yellow. They took him because he was able to conquer this entity. They literally capture entities themselves, and he's considered an entity now, I bet. They took him. He's either dead or alive. I personally say he's somewhat alive. They keep him alive, but he's basically dead. He's gone at that point. He's still alive. He can still hear, but he's just gone. But, like, I personally say they're trying to use him to get to the King in Yellow's knowledge for reasons unknown. But whenever Wi-Fi posts their next ARG, I can probably watch it and see if any more correlation to it and stuff like that. But now here's the question. Why is Wi-Fi's involved with all of this? Why is Wi-Fi's an important plot to it? Now, it could just be a coincidence that Wi-Fi's is... But, like, that's the thing. Wi-Fi's is the only ARG creator who can, like... I don't freaking know. Like, predict, I guess? Like, I don't know how to describe it, you know? He just knows what's happening most of the time. Yes, ARGs are their own created stories, but it doesn't make sense if it's all... Okay, that doesn't matter right now. But here's my theory for Wi-Fi's. After they're using Wi-Fi's for his smarts in ARG creating, so then he can solve all the puzzles their entities throw at them. Because, well, sometimes their puzzles are not going to be able to be solved so easily. And he's able to solve them pretty decently, too. And stuff like that. But he's just another experiment along with them. He's the one who just, he's the one who tries to control / tame or find out what happened to others. So then the DMS could, probably use that for good or evil. This is also playing into the Derek theory that I explained a little earlier. That, this is completely different. But the DMS. Is the DMS good or evil? Now, that's very much on perspective because a lot of the stuff they're doing is not moral, but they're government, so I wouldn't be surprised if anything they do is moral. But personally, I say they're not gonna be good. I believe they're gonna be an antagonist in this series, this little thing. But that's just my theory, personally. Hi everyone, this is the editor version of me. I'd also like to bring up another theory that Derek is actually alive. I forgot to mention this in the video because, I'm a tired person who... I didn't really think about it much when I first recorded it, but then, something gave me more evidence, so I'm also adding that real quick. Okay, back to the video. If I missed anything, or if you have a bit of your own theory, I might post a follow-up video talking about it and stuff like that. I'll give everyone credit and stuff like that, but I hope you enjoyed this theory, and yeah. Red, I'm finished. Thank you, Blue. Me and Purple just had to take a little walk. Yeah, of course. It's nothing too much. I like recording, actually. Okay, but I'll be making the next few animations and stuff like that. I'll also be I might be posting a story time? Yeah, story time. Okay. See ya.